Not only was this guy once arrested for participating in the gang rape of a 13-year-old, but he has now been arrested for beating a 5-month-old within an inch of his life. And like, all I can say is, when are we going to stop letting these monsters out of prison? First, I'm going to talk about the most recent crime, and then I will talk about the older crimes. So back in July, a 5-month-old little boy named Lincoln was severely beaten. Now, Zane Hayes and Brianna Brown, who is the mother of Lincoln, were both arrested and charged with first-degree domestic battery. Now, first-degree domestic battery in Arkansas is, I think, a B felony. Brianna has a bond of $250,000 and Zane has a bond of $500,000, if that puts it in perspective. Now, from what I have seen it alleged that Brianna and Zane were both high on drugs or had been strung out on drugs before they decided to beat little Lincoln. So the injuries that baby Lincoln suffered are that he had multiple fractures on the right side of his skull. He had 2 brain bleeds. He had some seizure activity due to those brain bleeds. He had a broken eye socket, a fractured spine, a broken arm, dislocated shoulders, and a broken leg. That same post said that baby Lincoln was having left-sided paralysis due to the brain trauma. Honestly, it's just sick. It's just sick. And I want to say, what kind of a little B is Zane for having done this to a baby? But I kind of know what kind of a little B he is, because this isn't the first time that he's been arrested for a domestic violence charge. Zane was arrested, and then back in 2021, he pled guilty not only to domestic violence, but also he was sentenced as a habitual offender because he beat up his pregnant girlfriend. At that point in time, it said that Zane Hayes and his girlfriend got into an argument. He became irate and started grabbing her and pulling her by her hair, pulling her to him. Now, they were in a vehicle, right? So the victim ended up falling out of the car onto the ground. And at that time, Zane Hayes got out of the car, got on top of her, started hitting her in the face and the head, holding her down by her neck. This is a person that he knew was pregnant, and this is how he treated them, with not only no respect for her, but no respect for the baby that she was carrying. Also, it should come as no surprise that the victim in that case was Brianna Brown. In the next video about Zane Hayes, I will talk about those older allegations involving the 13-year-old.